Hi, in this video, we're going to discuss how to tokenize words for an NLP model. In this lesson, you'll take a look at creating a natural language processing model. A natural language processing model is a neural network model designed to understand and process human language. These models can be used to do things such as analyze what was said or even help generate new conversation. A well-known example of an NLP model is ChatGPT. ChatGPT takes text input and tries to predict what will come next. For example, if you ask ChatGPT to create a training plan for a 5K road race, it would use the data it was trained on to predict an optimal output text to match the input request, in this case, a training plan. NLP models are trained on text datasets sourced from various places such as web pages and books. Before creating the NLP model, training data must be transformed into a format that the model can use. This process is known as tokenization. Just like images need to be transformed into numbers to become input for a convolutional neural network, words are transformed into numbers, or tokenized to become input into an NLP model. The overall process is really 3 steps. The first step is to convert the words to numerical values. Next, convert text sentences to numerical sequences. And finally, adjust the sequences so they all have the same length. Let's take a deeper look into this process. The first step of preparing data starts with the tokenization process. Tokenizing words is the process to convert words to numbers. Fortunately, many of the details are handled for you, but you do need to specify a few parameters. The first parameter you'll define is numWords, or the number of words you want in your tokenizer dictionary. Your training data may contain thousands of unique words, but oftentimes you do not want to include all of those words in your model. Some words may only get used one time or have little meaning to the model. Oftentimes you will limit the number of words in your dictionary to capture only the most important words. So what happens if there are more words than the size of your dictionary? This is where the OOV token comes in. OOV stands for out of vocabulary. By convention, in the tokenizer dictionary, the value of 1 is assigned to the out of vocabulary token. You need to specify what the out of vocabulary token will be, and we will always use OOV inside of angled brackets. While we may not need to capture every word in our dictionary, we still need to represent all of the input data in some way. The OOV token is used to represent any word from the input data that does not have a place in the tokenizer dictionary. Once you have defined the number of words in your tokenizer dictionary, the next step to tokenizing words is to identify which words should be included in the dictionary. If your dictionary is set to 100 words, one word is always reserved as OOV, the out of vocabulary token. But how are the other 99 words determined? The fit on text command takes the training data set and calculates which words are most common and adds them to the tokenizer dictionary. The input text that you use for the fit on text command is usually the entire data set. This can be a large amount of data, which is where the tokenizer parameter comes in. Even with a large amount of data, you can limit the size of your model with the numWords limit. Once the tokenizer is fit to the text, you're ready to move to the second step in preparing your data for use in the NLP, creating numerical sequences. The tokenizer is used to create numerical sequences from sentences or phrases. In this example, notice how the text-to-sequence command is passed a list of text values. The text-to-sequence command returns a list of numerical values for the words in each sentence. Each word in the numerical sequence corresponds to a number. For example, you see the word likes has a value of 25. When likes appears in the second string, it again has the value of 25. Notice in this case that the word pizza has a value of 1. That is a result of pizza not being found in the tokenizer dictionary. It is represented by the OOV token, which is assigned the number 1. Remember that training data is used to create the tokenizer dictionary along with the specified size of the dictionary. Adjusting these values can impact what is and is not included in your model. The final step in preparing the data for the NLP model is normalizing the data so that each numerical sequence is the same length. In our example, the first numerical sequence contains 3 tokens, while the second contains 4. Using the pad sequence command, TensorFlow will pad or add zeros to the string to make them all the same length. This command takes 4 parameters, so let's take a look at these. The first parameter that you pass is the sequence, which is essentially the input. Remember that the sequences are the numerical representation of the text. Next, you specify the maximum length of each sequence. This will be the size of each sequence after running the command. The truncating command specifies where to trim the sequence if it's too long. In this example, if the sequence was 7 digits long and 2 more than the max, the first 2 words would be cut off since the truncating is set to pre. Along similar lines, if the initial sequence is too short, then zeros will be added. In this case, zeros are added to the end since the padding is set to post. As a recap, remember these steps are used to prepare your text for an NLP model. The tokenizer is created based on the training data, but then can be used to translate any text data that is used for the model, whether it's training data, validation data, or model prediction text. In the next video, you'll see how we can use this in a model. Now it's your turn to explore tokenizing.